Imagine you're about to take a risk. A new opportunity appears, asking for a raise, starting a project, charging what you're worth. Before logic can weigh in, a quiet voice whispers, "This won't work. Who do you think you are? Don't get your hopes up." It feels like realism, like wisdom, like protection. But here's the philosophical question we rarely ask. What if that voice isn't truth, but conditioning? What if much of your financial life is being guided not by conscious choice, but by invisible beliefs installed long before you had language to question them? Neuroscience shows that up to 95% of our decisions are driven by subconscious processes. The brain is not designed to pursue happiness or wealth. It is designed to minimize risk and preserve familiarity, even when familiarity is painful. Especially then. The Stoics understood this deeply. Epictetus taught that people live enslaved not by circumstances, but by the ideas they accept without examination. Today, we call these ideas core beliefs. They operate silently, shaping what you expect, tolerate, and pursue. In this video, we will expose how these invisible beliefs form, how they quietly dictate your financial outcomes, and why simply thinking positive rarely works. By the end, you won't just recognize these patterns, you'll begin to loosen their grip. Stay until the end because the final insight will reveal why belief alone is not enough, and why your body, not your mind, may be setting the true limits on your success. This understanding can turn years of confusion into clarity. And clarity once seen cannot be unseen. Let's begin. How beliefs are installed without your consent. Most people assume beliefs are chosen. They aren't. They are absorbed. Developmental psychology shows that children don't learn through logic. They learn through emotional repetition. Before the age of 7, the brain operates primarily in theta waves, a state similar to hypnosis. During this period, the nervous system records emotional patterns as rules for survival. If money was associated with stress, arguments, absence, or shame, the child doesn't conclude, "Money is difficult." The body concludes, "Money is dangerous." And the body never forgets lessons tied to safety. The Stoics warned against confusing early impressions with reality. Marcus Aurelius wrote that the soul becomes dyed by the thoughts it absorbs. Modern neuroscience now explains how. Repeated emotional experiences strengthen neural pathways, turning interpretations into automatic responses. This is why two people can hear the same opportunity and feel entirely different reactions. One feels curiosity, the other feels dread. Not because of intelligence, but because of conditioning. And here's the crucial part. These beliefs feel like you. They don't announce themselves as programming. They speak in your own voice. They feel like intuition, realism, or humility. In truth, they are echoes of past environments. If this resonates, pause. Reflect on your earliest memories around money, success, or security. You don't need to analyze, just notice. If something clicked, type "noticed" in the comments. Naming a pattern begins to weaken it. You are not digging up the past to suffer, you are uncovering it to reclaim choice. Awareness does not blame, it frees. Why positive thinking fails? Once people discover limiting beliefs, they often rush to replace them with affirmations. Think differently. Speak abundance. Visualize success. Sometimes this works briefly, then collapses. Neuroscience explains why. A belief is not just a thought, it is a prediction tied to the nervous system. If a new thought contradicts the body's sense of safety, the brain rejects it. Not because it's false, but because it feels threatening. This is why repeating "I am wealthy" can increase anxiety rather than confidence. The nervous system hears it as a lie, and the brain is ruthless about protecting coherence. The Stoics practiced something far more subtle than positive thinking. They trained perception. They questioned impressions before accepting them as truth. This wasn't optimism, it was realism refined through discipline. Modern psychology confirms that sustainable change requires congruence. The mind and body must agree. Without this alignment, effort becomes internal conflict. So when people say money doesn't change me or I don't need much, sometimes it's wisdom. Other times it's protection disguised as virtue. The body avoids what it cannot regulate. This reframes failure completely. You weren't resisting success. Your system was protecting you from what felt unsafe. If this challenges how you've approached growth, let it. Insight precedes integration. In the next chapter, we'll uncover the missing link almost no one talks about, the nervous system, and why it quietly decides how much success you can sustain before self-sabotage appears. The nervous system, the real gatekeeper of wealth. Here's the truth that changes everything. Your nervous system sets your financial ceiling. When success increases faster than regulation, the body interprets growth as threat. Heart rate rises. Sleep suffers. Anxiety increases. The brain looks for relief and often finds it in familiar patterns like procrastination, overspending, conflict, or withdrawal. Research in trauma psychology shows that humans return to what feels familiar, not what feels good. Familiarity equals safety. Safety equals survival. The Stoics would call this enslavement to the passions. Not emotions themselves, but unconscious reactions that bypass reason. Freedom to them meant inner stability, not outer control. This explains why sudden success often collapses. Why lottery winners lose everything. Why promotions feel overwhelming instead of rewarding. Without nervous system capacity, expansion feels like drowning. Ask yourself gently, how does your body respond to the idea of sustained success? Calm? Tight? Overstimulated? That response is information, not judgment. If you've ever felt close to breakthrough and then inexplicably pulled back, this is why. And this is where change becomes possible, not through force, but through regulation, awareness, and gradual expansion. If this insight feels important, sit with it. Let it breathe. Because in the next video, we will explore how to regulate the nervous system for success and how to expand your capacity for wealth without burning out or becoming someone you're not. Awareness is the first escape. Today, you didn't learn a trick. You uncovered a structure. You saw that beliefs are not moral failures, but learned adaptations. You saw why effort alone cannot override subconscious programming. And you glimpsed the deeper truth. Success is not blocked by laziness, but by limits your system learned to protect you. This understanding doesn't make you passive, it makes you precise. If this video resonated, share it with someone who feels frustrated by their own patterns. And leave a comment answering this question. What belief about money do you now suspect isn't truly yours? In the next video, we will go even deeper into the nervous system itself. We'll explore how stress, trauma, and survival responses silently determine how much money, responsibility, and visibility you can handle, and how to expand that capacity safely and sustainably. This is where self-blame dissolves. This is where growth stops being violent and starts becoming intelligent. Stay with this series. Each layer reveals another. You are not broken. You are patterned. And patterns can be changed. Slowly. Gently. Powerfully.